Hey Lightweights, and welcome back to some more Batman the Animated Series. Today's the day. I will finally be watching The Cat in the Claw Part 1 and 2 much later on than I was ever anticipating, because on HBO it's the first 2 episodes. So I think we're like 13 or 14 episodes in now, so I'm glad to finally be watching this. I'm curious to see what Catwoman's character is like. I was gonna say persona, but I don't think that's right. What her character is like, because obviously in the games, her and Bats have at the end by Arkham Knight, a romantic relationship. And then in the comics that I was referring to, I said I had that book of comics. The second comic I read was one that had Catwoman in it, and her and Bats were like definitely a couple, and she was a good guy until she got kidnapped by the Joker and tortured. So I'll be curious to see what she's like in this, because I have no idea. I have no idea, because it seems like very different from that comic that I read compared to what historically you think of when you think of Catwoman, or I think of when I think of Catwoman. So she seems like pseudo-villain, but pseudo-not. I'm eloquent. I speak very well. Anyways, I'm excited. I hope you are as well. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell button when you do, so that you know when I post the next reaction video. And here we go. The Cat in the Claw, Part 1. I like how she actually has a cat around her neck.
Perfect, my love.
Perfect.
So, our new cat burglar's a woman.
Probably my imagination.
Probably not.
The game definitely used that mechanic. Bess is like, anything you can do, I can do better.
I'll have to try and trim those claws.
Oh. And the flirtation begins. Bass is like, what a lady. Animal rights celebrity auction.
Auctioning off a date with Mr. Bruce Wayne.
He cleans up well.
You. I've been pinching my pennies for you.
We're going to start the bidding at $500.
$10,000.
Holy shit. The poor lady who was pinching pennies had no shot. Oh.
Please, Bruce, I'm very flattered.
It's purely for the animals, Mr. Wayne.
He's blushing!
I'm honor-bound and delighted to deliver.
Lunch, then.
Oh, where'd he go?
Watch yourselves, men. These guys are crazy. Red Claw is the most ruthless terrorist leader in the world.
I'll see what I can do from my end.
Never heard of Red Claw before.
Yes?
Mr. Bruce Wayne is on his way up.
Here we go. Yes, I know.
Oh, is he gonna recognize the cat?
I'm afraid I'm not going to be very good company.
Is there anything I can do?
Unless you can get me a meeting with the chairman of Multigon International.
He's like, actually, I can do that. What, is it James Bond?
You see, we're committed to building a major resort.
That's insane. The land's in the middle of nowhere. It's worthless except to wild cats.
Red Claw, I assume.
I'm afraid that Selina Kyle may be trouble.
It's awfully late for lunch. Would you mind if I took a rain check on our date?
Okay. Tomorrow?
Thanks.
We gotta increase our cut in the gambling operations.
Back off, boys. What do you know about Red Claw?
If Stern won't admit what's going on, we'll have to find out for ourselves.
Tomorrow at 2300 hours, a train transporting a strain of viral plague. I cannot overemphasize the importance of that plague to our cause.
No big deal, just carrying plague on a train. They use that in the games too. I wonder if they look like cats in the game too, and I just never noticed.
Hang on, Isis.
That girl can jump. Oh God.
My hero.
Oh, their costumes match. Okay.
That was for saving my cat. You can't deny there's something between us.
You're right. And I'm afraid it's the law. I'm sorry.
It looks like there's some kind of abandoned military facility underground. We may save those mountain lions yet.
But who is going to save you?
Does he work for Red Claw? The Cat in the Claw, Part 2.
There's rumors about some train heist tonight.
Red Claw? A woman?
Do you have a problem with that?
Holy shit, she's ripped.
I hold the ultimate equalizer,
You'll die too.
along with everyone else within a 10-mile radius. Call my bluff. You finally met your match, Batman.
Batman. Thank goodness.
Have you heard from Red Claw?
Loud and clear.
It's so weird hearing his Batman voice when he's in the Bruce Wayne persona.
Bruce and Selina go to lunch. Take 2. Let's just say they plan on playing more than shuffleboard up at their resort.
Oh, if they only knew what they were getting into.
Here go your 9 lives, kitty cat.
That's some tricky driving. They were playing cat and mouse.
Where'd you learn to drive like that?
Oh, I've been going to the Paris Grand Prix for years. You know, one of these days I think I'll enter it.
He's just so smooth with those.
Why would Red Claw wish to harm Miss Kyle?
Why indeed?
Ms. Kyle's, I presume.
Leave it to Alfred to be the one to put it together.
It's a cat hair.
Oh, God. Oh. Yes! You go, girl!
Red Claw is after you and Catwoman. Maven, you must tell me where she's gone. These people are killers.
The Multigon site.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Here, Goonie, Goonie, Goonie.
There's something I have to pick up.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to my little resort. Plan on a short stay. Since you wanted the plague so badly, Batman, we've decided to give it to you.
Oh, shit.
The acid should eat through in a matter of minutes.
She sounds like the actress who played Janeway sometimes.
What this situation needs is a woman's touch.
It is! You guys, I'm picking up voices left and right in this.
You've got to get out of here.
Not without you.
I'll be right behind you.
Is it gas that he turned on? Oh, no. Oh, it is gas, okay.
Commissioner Gordon, you're completely surrounded. Right where Batman said they'd be.
Looks like this resort's folding.
Oh!
I brought countries to their knees. You will learn why everyone fears.
Oh, shit! Everyone except this mountain lion.
Thank you, friend.
Maven?
She's gone.
Have you told the police you found your cat burglar?
I didn't want you taken away like a common criminal.
Oh, Bats, that was...
Never know.
That was mean. Okay, guys, I loved those episodes. Before I started, I forgot to grab a pen and paper because remember the last two-parter, I was like, I need to take notes so I don't forget things. So I was rummaging around my drawers and I found a pad of paper, but my bag of pens is not in here because I was using it in another room the other day and I forgot to bring it back. So, sadness, no notes. So we're doing this from memory again. The freaking cast in this show, you guys. Holy shit. And I know there are even tons more people that I don't recognize that other people are like, oh my God, that person is so talented. They've been in this and this and this. It's just blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind the talent they have in this show. Holy shit. Captain Janeway's in this show. Like, what the hell? Oh, okay. Breathing. I can see why these two episodes are the first on HBO. I can see why they'd be like, you know what? I think we want these two episodes to be the first ones to draw people in. When I was looking at the air date order on TV, though, if the website that I was looking at is correct, it looks like part 1 was the first episode, but then part 2 was like a couple episodes later on. So if that's accurate, that's interesting. But this was so good. It was so good. So I obviously really liked Catwoman. Her actress is phenomenal. Did a great job. I had never heard of Red Claw before, but I really liked her too. I don't know. I have a thing for badass women, I guess, but neither one of them, Catwoman or Red Claw, have like any spectacular powers. Like, sure, Catwoman can like talk to cats and is very bendy, but she's not like a super villain, but she still does some freaking super things. And it was the same thing with Red Claw. Red Claw was not a super villain, but she held her own against bats in a lot of ways, you know, using your brains versus your brawn. And I'm really liking the villains. Like, every villain is a different style. Every villain does a different thing. And I do like the fact that a lot of the female villains focus more on their brains versus their brawn, because let's be real, like, you know, I am a martial artist myself, so I can say this with some confidence. Yes, we can hold our own against certain men, but someone with the build like Catwoman versus the build of Batman, you know, when it's a 1-to-1 fight, it's just not really going to work. So you got to think outside the box a little bit, and they really show that in these episodes, and I just love that. I love it so much. Obviously, they went with a take of the romance there. I don't know if there's always a romance in everything Batman and Catwoman are in, but I really liked it. I felt that chemistry. I was like, oh! You know? I think they fell for each other a little quickly, but, you know, Batman doesn't really get exposed to a lot of women that can hold their own against him in terms of, like, banter and prowling the night. So I guess it makes sense that the first one he meets, he's like, oh, hubba hubba. But I really liked that relationship between them. I really loved the chemistry between them. I love how their suits even look the same, you know, the same color scheme. They just look good together. They look good together. And that was just mean of Bats. I know she had to be arrested. I know she's a criminal. I know. But come on. You had to lean her in with a kiss and then cuff her? Are you kidding me? That's just mean. That's just mean. So, I mean, I feel like she has to be in the show again. Right? Although, maybe not. I don't know. I feel like there's no way she's not. There's no way. I hope she is. I hope she is. I really, like I said, I really enjoyed not just their romantic chemistry, but just both of them every time they were on screen together. Those scenes were phenomenal. So I would be very excited to see that again. Definitely, again, I have no experience with the comics, so she probably uses the gadgets she uses in the comics. But I can definitely see a lot of things from the video games that they pulled from this, with the, what are they called? Caltrops? I don't know. The little things on the ground that you sprinkle and it, you know, pops tires and hurts your feet. So the way they use that, the way she actually used her whip to traverse the city and her claws to traverse the city so that she was almost flying through the air. Not quite as gracefully as Batman, but pretty gracefully using her whip and her claws, just like in the games. So I thought that was really cool. And I loved her little relationship with Isis. That was so cute. And I'm not typically a cat person, but that was just really cute. overall, great episode. Plural. I think these have now moved to my favorite. If I had to rank these, that would be really freaking hard. It would be really freaking hard. Every time I'm like, okay, this is it. This is my favorite. Then all of a sudden, a couple episodes later, I'm like, oh shit, maybe this one is. But similar to Mr. Freeze, she's a lovable villain, I think, because she's not necessarily Catwoman, not Red Claw. She's not like out for world's domination. She's not out for like destroying a lot of people. It's a very specific goal that she has in mind. And, you know, there is some collateral damage, but that's only if you get in the way of her doing this one specific thing. And obviously she was a burglar. But in her twisted sense of morality, she's using those funds, I think, to help. I think like even that necklace she stole at the beginning was to help fund the reserve for the cats. So, you know, she's trying to do something good with it, even though her means and her methods are not the greatest. But, you know, she's not trying to kill people. She's just trying to save the environment. And the way she goes about that is, you know, not the greatest. So she's a little bit more lovable. Just like with Mr. Freeze, he was trying to get revenge on that one guy, stop that one guy. His method's not so good. And there was some collateral damage, there was some fallout, but it's not like he was, I need to attack Gotham, you know? I'm very focused on this one guy and I'm going to do what I need to do to get him. In terms of Red Claw specifically, she was cool. She was really cool. It helped that I love her actress. And I say that and I don't even know her name off the top of my head, but, you know, I love Janeway. So I also know she's like in Orange is the New Black and a couple other things, but she's just very talented. And again, she did a phenomenal job with this. And I think it's cool because since I'd never heard of her before, it was a whole new experience learning about her in this. So overall, 2 thumbs up. Really liked these episodes. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell button when you do so that you know when I post the next one. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing day.